spokesperson for Office of National Security (ONS), and also Abdul M. Fatoma in the executive.
Good morning and thank you for getting.
Okay, today we look at the current situation of people we live in Yenga after one tussle happen after gunshots from the Guinea military. We make people run away, go to other places. Them well inside 2001, Guinea troop then been deployed na Yenga for help Salon for fight the rebel war and keep the RAF them of the Kailawan district. And 2002, Salon and Guinea sign agreements say na Salon get Yenga and therefore give them back. In 2005, they've been signed these agreements for Gisalu Yenga. In 2019, the issue being resolved. Musa Guinea agree na Salu get Yenga. But inside 2021, Guinea soldier them being come back and deploy na Yenga. In 2025, tension don't begin escalate. Beside gunshots don't even come out. Guinea don't expand then presence na Yenga more than ever before. Well, for look at this within the current security situation and within the security sector they do make we get Abdul Karim Will and within civil society we they campaign for human rights make we get Abdul M. Fatoma na the program. Abdul Karim Will, once again, good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salo.
Thank you and good morning again.
Yeah, from that background, the younger situation, what in una make up of our security sector before we look at the efforts the Mona did do so far?
It's concerning because local authorities, local community people, we not do anybody anything wrong. They face that kind situation here. And it appear like say na greed and selfishness on some part of members of the GAF. Because like you rightly state, efforts may don't happen over the period where the younger question not to be one way being difficult any longer. Or because of the economic activities where they happen na the Makuna River, we find out say some people for their own individual benefits, then go stop at nothing, but for continue for hold Yenga to ransom. Because the community says if not to say, contrary to what some people they say, when they do mining of any sort. But the river, for access we get for pass through Yenga, and by the treaties that we don't be established in the past, it seemed like say na Guinea, then they control exclusively all the economic activities that they happen on that river day. And so then go stop at nothing. Individual military officers then go stop at nothing for continue for maintain that hegemony day. Where the head of delegation, where government been saying na Yenga, where they talk say now for selfishness make some people and they behave the way they behave so. And sadly, the people, some elements of the Guinean armed forces, some elements of the Guinean armed forces. And so over the period, we will only get reports of persistent harassment and intimidation of people away side on the part of Yenga or consider for Sierra Leone, whether na Sokoma, Pogebendo, Waima, etc., etc. So because of them persistent reporting, before now we do joint border patrols for ascertain and reassure the people about the presence, about the safety and security. But that gap they just go and come. It seems say some people they don't exploit them, and therefore we now decide say let we get permanent deployments now strategic areas including Sokoma. And these deployments now trigger some kind of a reaction on the part of the GAF personnel will lead to that situation. We even reports of a gunshot being fired on the air will emerge. So because of that kind development, in come where the people feel threatened for say if we dey on a net, sometimes they want to can't get the tendency for can't do things and so we don't go fine, and therefore they move in their numbers for come and settle na Kwendo town. And so because of that development, the pictures we make around on social media and other media platforms, government will constitute that delegation. We been go get engagement to the authorities on the ground. Okay. So one will get an opportunity for get first-hand information about what actually trigger this recent development and how we go collectively able for discuss the issue and find a permanent problem onto that. For me, maybe even though it will sound ironical, but this kind of development supposed to trigger an action for how we resolve the Yenga question once and for all. Right. Now that promised the National Security Coordinator will make maybe they speak to the people and say the Yenga situation and major other border concerns between Sierra Leone and Guinea will become thing of the past very shortly.
All right. Forget things clear. Within lead, we make the Guinean authority them fire gunshots.
Well. I think they then go best answer that question there because there was
no able talk to the authority them during the Tewuna go.
The Guinean, the military authority. We talk to some Guinean authorities, but none be the civilian part, and they say no get answers to that kind of question there. We're not able to talk, unfortunately, with the military counterparts because they refuse to attend the meeting, even though we extend an invitation to them. Or they look forward, say they will attend a day on several occasions with the battalion commander for 1st Infantry Battalion. They persistently call on in counterpart on the Nongoa side on the need for let you attend this meeting for let we get that engagement day. They refuse to pick it up.
Now, Abdul Will, you say now a selfish interest in the side of some Guinea military officers. Them, they say the central governments of Guinea not even aware say they occupy Yenga forcefully.
I don't go talk so. Because I go be very much disingenuous for making that kind of comment there. But the fact now that the Salon we know in terms of the structures and the chains of command with the existing Salon, it not seem for be the same with what they obtain in Guinea. This joint technical commission where the governments of both countries don't set up. Gets people in Guinea where they in high places, all of the relevant authorities, from border commission to security to people in civil society to people who are lawyers and so on and so forth. So waiting any do we expect say therefore cascade same to people who get boots on the ground. We they do that one day and do so effectively. Whether they do them na something where somebody go or for question because if they may do it effectively, it means then kind of situation
now not for them. Will my colleague earlier ask you what in trigger for make Guinea soldier then fire? According to the explanation we'll get from Sukoma, then people are don't they enjoy military dominance now the Yenga region. Hence, they not only capture Yenga, but they get other villages that we under their control and one extent to Sukoma and other villages them. When they notice say two Salon soldier go na Sokoma, make troop come Guinea and can warn them people and say we don't want to see Salon soldier na. And because they see plenty Salon soldier, then now they begin shoots randomly. Why is it that after they don't resolve this Yenga issue, Salon not send troop na Yenga for protecting citizens them, but left the entire Yenga region in the hands of Guinean soldiers?
Yenga is a small village. What we call a region, it paints a picture like say that some wide, a vast land, a small village. I understand from the point of view where they come out. But don't forget, say, before this development, we get Guinea troops and we don't construct a permanent structure na Yenga, and they even get at sure say that back in the one way we all know about, when the right man since 1885, where the suggest say that they lay claims to that particular side as to whether or not they for determine which Salon soldier man or Salon security for Kana, Sukuma, Waima, or Pogebendo, than in a something.
But now they determine that.
No, that's not the case. As we speak, I sure say you go there, Sukuma, we get full joint military and police deployment.
This is after where the situation don't work.
Sukuma, they even back of Yenga.
No, this is after the situation don't work. Before this time, that they determine would have go na Sokoma or would have go na Yenga or surrounding villages.
So that
even when they notice Salon soldier, then go strictly and warn the people and say we don't want to see Salon soldier na ya.
So that tells you how waiting at the level of even understanding, because you know go one civilian for say I don't answer soldier man. I think say for confront military counterpart for say I don't answer military president. But the position is we are going to maintain our deployment in in Sokoma and other surrounding villages. I mean, where the head of delegation made it talk say he emphasize say patience and dialogue now when you painful now what could be difficult. But if you forweigh the option between violence or violent confrontation and dialogue, I think say the best option will still remain dialogue. But when they bring calm, then kind development here to the attention of the relevant authorities, what we've been doing at the meeting, it clear say the people of Yenga, they don't fed up with that kind of situation. They call on the authorities of both countries on the need for let us and dialogue and find a permanent and immediate solution to the Yenga question.
Continuing for the week inside the program, in name now Abdul Karim Will, in the Director Strategic Communications, Office of National Security. We call over now to you, Abdul Fatoma, Chief Executive for Chadi. You know, one of the civil society them we don't look at different issues them we don't happen at the country. Recently get for the with the Yenga issue as civil society. We want to make up of this particular issue. We are in Sierra Leone and they don't start left that particular place.
It's painful to this country and every territorial land of this country, now a constitutional obligation of the government. I mean, the people of this country go careless which political party within our power, but the constitution places a high obligation on government of Sierra Leone for ensure say the people of this country are protected and safe. And for that we get an incident wherein some part of the country controlled by another country, it shows we inability as a country for protect ourselves. The painful thing is that since 2002, that the year we civil war done, now in Salon in Guinea signed the agreement, the first agreement, then inside the time of late President Kaba. And inside 2005 again, Guinea be acknowledged say they're willing and ready for return back the deployment base when I be Yenga to the government of Sierra Leone. So the people of Sierra Leone will get a freedom and liberty at that part of the country. And inside 2012, when Salon don't change an administration, when then say we don't change an administration, we get former President Nkrumah. He been sign another agreement again with the government of Guinea for ensure say Guinea respect the previous promise and obligations that we then don't agree to in the previous two things. Inside 2013, the Mano River Union, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, with former President Nkrumah and the President we've been in Guinea, they also make a lot of emphasis, and by then time when they talk about regional security and development. So Yenga will be a prime issue because the inhabitant them now Yenga, the natives them from Yenga, then they over within these three countries, the Gizi people in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, and also in Guinea. So several efforts has been made, and the Sierra Leone government for be conscious of the constitutional responsibility. And this is not the far if you hold the Constitution of Sierra Leone. You go chapter 1 and chapter 2. It's very clear how it plays a huge obligation. For the government, we don't get three administration. Way up to date, where would they talk this morning? They not get the capacity yet for resolve this issue. It's painful for let you in your own country, you deprive of your civil liberty. People that way they in that part, where we team talk to, they're not able to engage on them business. We go on the ground, take to Sokoma, and we team attend the meeting at Kwendu, where the government organized to ensure say then talk to stakeholders them and the people them and the youth them. But before them, we've been on the talk to, the youth leaders them and local authorities them. The Sokoma and Kwendu, Yenga area. Usai and a particular day been there, then one for come do them business. And they wake up that morning, the Guineans, and say both Sierra Leone and Liberia not the cross for can over for can do the usual business with them in do. So they return the Sierra Leoneans and the Liberians. So the women, the way they do business on that side, we them may not send the market there ahead, be totally be deprived for gain access to the market.
Right.
And that become a whole tension. And the anxiety and the insecurity where we people at that part of the country they live in, unless you're not patriotic to this country. But just imagine you us where you don't build, you don't buy land. If you're not to you build land, your papa or whosoever, but here na your own place. Then somebody come on outside, it can't snap now you get if you get gate or it surround you. Say you know they come on a door for play, or you picking them. You know, I mean, it's so emotional, it's so painful.
All right. Now,
Yes,
Mr. Fatoma, this thing don't happen for long term, but this pain term, it seems as if a little bit worse. Is it that now governments not seek the people interest in that particular side we see Guinea and them even don't go put permanent structure there?
Well, the Sierra Leone government, as I say, from 2002, when we start this effort, to 2025, it's over 20 years, don't feel the constitutional obligation for protect, or show concern over the interests of them people. And this country, we not look serious, the government and the people of this country, not look serious about security issues, either national security or even personal security. We just feel say security issues now one common issues. We get countries, them budget. The security aspect they hit more than even the health care of the citizens. Why? Because when you protect your sovereignty, your military might and your military power. And we see at the sub-region then, when other West African countries want for actually send a message to the entire African continent or the West African sub-region, then they use their Independence Day for display the new arms and ammunition the way they don't get. Or the inauguration of the president. If you go, I mean, when I hear a story here a time ago, I think it was Musa or somebody, when a Guinean soldiers give all motocar tire to we also Jamande because they say they don't make several requests for let them motocar get tire for the patrol. The entire they don't patch until the tire lost sense of patch, so you're not able to take any patch anymore. So basically, that emotional torture alone, when we men them go get on the ground, it seriously go affect, with performance. And the fact that say we as a country, we neglect with responsibility for allow Guinea military or Guinea authority for put structures. Now we own country, not through diplomatic means, but through forceful means. That alone is send a signal. So, from the organization point of view, we own position. Now, for urge the government Australian, for tell the Guineans and say, Yenga, based on their agreement and acceptance, Yenga belongs to the people of Sierra Leone. And the people of Sierra Leone, where they live in Yenga, therefore able for enjoy the fundamental right like anybody where they enjoy the freedom and movement inside Freetown or any of with policymakers, lawmakers, politicians, civil society, or every facet of people.
Okay, before we go for break, is it that Salon security sector not get the capacity for protect that side?
We not get the sufficient financial resources for even take a very good care of the security. We actually not respect the world security and the security sector in this country. We will not go out for Tokaya, but even themselves, they not get the required resources as ONS for actually coordinate national security affairs. You look at the military, up to now, we will not get chopper, helicopter will not get her. If you go even the space where they make for the helicopter, they land na concrete. I mean, the demarcations that you can't see it visibly from afar. So even in emergency, you tell anybody for can land there, you get for take an experienced person. You go around concrete, it's all about scrap vehicles. You see, they may even take there as a dumping ground. I mean, that's disrespectful. You go to a military barracks there, you cannot believe that these men and women were sacrificed for join the army for protect we now this country. Now they face that. You go also to the police. You see police station there, how dilapidated, how challenging the environment there for these people there. We need for take national security issue as a very serious and important issue in this country.
We can look at what are the implication of foreign troop we base in your country in terms of investors' confidence and other citizens' confidence in their security. We'll continue for stay with you, Abdul M. Fatoma, Chief Executive for Chadi. The program na Good Morning Saloon will go for a short break. We continue for look at more issues.
Bet to Max. Bet to win weekly sports bets promo. Bet a minimum of 10 leons with Betomax online at betomax.sl and stand the chance to win up to 25,000 leons every week. Yes, 25,000 leons every Monday. Don't miss out on free money. Wow! Place your bet now and get in on the action. The more you bet, the better your chances of winning big. Betomax. Bet to win. Bet smart. Win big. Win big. Win big. But remember, only 18 years plus and terms and conditions apply. Always bet responsibly.
Statistics Sierra Leone, Stats SL, gladly for announce different temporary position them as part of the prepare, when they prepare for the 2026 Decennial Population and Housing Census, PHC, where they come. This one whole country business, they help for push the country go before, provide correct, credible, and up-to-date data for guide the law them where they go pool, program them, and service delivery across Salone. This pass for country people they no more. But for understand we community them, plan for the Bambai, Start SL, they call qualify, committed, and sober Sierra Leonean them for join this country exercise, we go make history. Then they encourage women them more for apply. All application them for go through Start SL, the official recruitment portal. If you want apply, go on Start SL, the website, www.statistics.sl. Go to the vacancy menu, na the main page. Click the link where you see the we say click here to apply. Done, you begin your application business. Remember say the official communication for the census recruitment na their address here, so no more it go come out. Census info at statistics.sl for general inquiry. Census at hris.statistics.sl for notify you but interview. Appointment or application them will succeed. Do ya open your ears and not answer to any people them or message them when they ask you for pay something. As Stats SL, now they ask anybody for pay 1 cent for let them take them. Application will close May 15, 2025. Now Stats SL bring this message to you.
The program Good Morning Saloon will come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we'll continue to look at more issues we get for do with Yenga. Also, the chief and chair lady for Yenga say because Guinean soldier them, they harass them, make some of them they get challenged, forget things for eat, side for sleep, and safe clothes for wear. Then people here talk this inside one interview with Radio Democracy. We them raise concern about the harassment where the Guinean soldier them they do to them. For more on this, make we join Musa Kamara.
Mina Township, Tamanyuma, Yenga.
You dey Kwendu now. What's happened?
Right now, where they Kwendu, the way I see the situation, we Guinea Soya, then the actual tree, I make a displace Akana Kwendu town.
Where you follow us there? I mean population.
The population will Kaya will go about 87 people then we don't displace na Yenga, we cannot destroy her.
What's exactly happened for somebody to listen to you now? We make una finally to na bundle and left Yenga.
Right now, what you make we to bundle na Yenga, the condition where the Guinea Soya then the actual tree, we not go na the bush then, we then not give you freedom more again. What you more make we pull your heart. Then can't cut through before we. I was saying that instead ambush no more being done. They can't cut through before we. So we not go for Guinea. Then we don't for Kana Salonia. We just don't mean do no more. And we know the work at the bush then. We say we they get now we live. So then make we say escape. We can't go to town here for let get cold heart small.
I mean for understand say we want go back.
Right now I go back. Me what up so this trusses and this shirt what up so now come out. And not take even one from 6 1 move then I then close here move food. I don't even get 1 grain trusses for their account because the contract way he don't depend me. I don't even me picking the normal whole hand then account then.
Una go dey back. What thing they say?
And they tell we say we not go back. Say we not Sierra Leone, we not to Guinea. Say Yenga na Guinea day. Say we not to Guinea, so we not for go back. Say we should do na Sierra Leone. All we chop we everything they. Right now, we say we don't have so. For let we get what you eat self na problem. If you then say let we be an atonya, all we property, everything we get out for, we let we get living inside. All day and that we there, we not get nothing, we not get job. They not they look out of we now we no more this so they waka na atonya. From see we left here and that we can't pass we never them. So they sorry for we give me 1 plate, we get picking them boku. If you then give 1 plate, what should they do with them? You picking them, what are they eat? So now that is the money the message to the authority right now, what you need, we want go back na Yenga. Me, I not the tell person lie. I want go back na Yenga.
Patient then.
How we go patient na? We not get lodging na. We not get it done. Me what so na police ballots are laid on. Me na township. Na police ballots are laid on right now. Na ground. Now all my family themselves are not.
You come Yenga.
Yeah.
You dey Kwendu. What happened?
We dey Kwendu. Now them man them na Yenga. This soldier man them. Because we use them here them, but now this tip and don't make we don't afraid. Tension with them can this tip and I make we run away.
How lifestyle for you, Naya?
Oh, they not the yakba no more. No get full, no nothing. So now for that we come for them here we sister then give we lodging. Chop or you get 5 people then cheering then you meet the sister in back get 5. How wanna go able to survive? But they would manage the car then can't go reach we so. But one more allowed to turn back because for the all whole put and say back from Wednesday we left out on the around the 9 o'clock.
All say back now.
Yes, now 9 o'clock. Next now we left that on the Wednesday, Thursday, today Saturday. We're not sure say we go meet them alive. So all thing they don't put behind the normal. It's not easy.
When you don't attempt for go Yenga?
They not agree. Yesterday we go, they not agree. Day before yesterday we go, they not agree.
Who are they not agree?
Now then give me Switzerland. So once we don't come on, we not for enter again. They will for them. They will be go say for go take rest because we get small rest there. If we for go take full, at least if we not sleep they say they allow we sleep there. But for take full, we can't eat here the children them, but they not agree. So we will not force. Yesterday now we go then say meeting day today. We will not force now sit down. So they can't listen now the meeting how then they end.
How much people come out with?
Yeah, come out 8 weekend there with me self 9.
Go you order from Bulem. People then still Yenga?
Yes. People then did it. That was 3 did it. 2 man, 1 woman.
And then 3 left Yenga. The balance don't come out.
Yeah, all don't come out.
Well, that's now the cheerleader and the chief for Yenga. Me explain to reporter Musa Kamara Osai. Me talk about the challenge whether they get. But as we tell now earlier on, say they get one of the member of parliament them for Kailan District, Honorable Engineer Fala Kenewa Tengbe. We get online. We go tell we waiting at the present situation at this moment. Yenga. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Radio Democracy.
Good morning. And thank you for having me.
All right, Honorable, waiting at the situation at this moment, Yenga.
Yes, well, the situation no change much. It still remain the same. The Yenga, of course, we don't say CAF, one of the Guinean armed forces, we don't come build permanent structures. They may not do the end of recent. the change will don't take place now that then don't slightly move off the camp, jump the Yenga village itself, and camp station at the Peking, where then being illegally don't constructed in recent past. So as a result of that unlawful occupation, they may don't stop the main highway, then block camps, that's an international highway. So people don't get freedom of movement currently. So we said from the end, government don't respond proactively. They say don't can deploy troops. So we don't get them cut off from the west end, and we also get them cut off from the east end, for which now something like just 100 to 200 meters they between each military forces.
All right. Now, Honorable Yuminde Yenga over the weekend, and one thing we're not able to clear it up till now, now the reason we make then Guinean soldier shoot. What really happened?
Yes, well, there is a nearby village called Sukuma. This my village where you the team up of Sukuma. There you see, of course, Yenga. Sukuma at the top here. So there was this time they don't they come, they enter, then do illegal registration. We have a reporting one at the House of Parliament. Say we suspect they want to do cartographic mapping, and during them processes, they know them don't they come. Civilians there, some they don't they balance, some they get discussions with them. So, but them in the reporter, and myself in the reporter, other media houses in the reporter. So, this latter part now, unfortunately for them, they come for camp stay permanently, and they meet we Australian soldiers around. Well, they were not in large number, but we they interface each other, and they are say, Anna Guinea, they are back, say, Anna Salon. So, them in get for withdraw. So, they tell them withdraw, then go explain it and Colonel Uba. Now that then they get for send more troops, and within the land on the Yenga soil, that then they will be people in the area that 3 gunshots. But from then, I want to say the place so far will not have any gunshots, and we Sierra Leone Army don't deploy, they don't move an inch, and just station outside and day, whilst diplomatic engagement is ongoing.
All right, you mentioned say they may want to do cartographic mapping. Who are them people here? Is it the Guinean authority?
The Guinean authorities. Then they come, they cross all villages where they just at the bank of the river and other outlying villages. Then they come there. So they will come, they ask the people say that they register, they want for can build pump for them, they want for can give solar light, medicine. That's how they started the fakeism. So we're going to report this, but we response time around for say, to be honest, is very slow. So to the turn away, finally the plan say they want for stretch out, but capture also Sukuma. That ended the meet now, Salon Soldier Background deployed, so they might go again.
All right, so during the time when you report this in a parliament, what in the leadership mean do towards this?
Well, as you know, as a politician, when you get problem from your constituency, you get for reporter. So there was this time when whatever they do, or report them, or are they up, get or do write up send them to immediate boss with the leader of government business, and at times I can escalate them to the speaker for that they are aware. So I can also, whilst at the reporting that, then the foreign minister, the chief minister can also update them. So out of their engagement, they didn't update them. That's been the make we be see some response. We then go say, okay, well, we're going to Guinea for our engagement. Then people there. Then the foreign minister, they don't come. We get engagement with them. Now the garrison based building can illegally built. Then the force brigadier general, EU Kamara Ebinde, the foreign minister being there for make we candy. Then Givao, Honorable Givao, we don't candy. And me and Colonel Colonel Ebi Kamara, the battalion commander for Daru, also we don't candidate. We don't go right inside Nongo Guinea. We don't engage with them at the garrison base. But I want to tell you the stark reality that the people are callous and they don't really understand it today. To date, why really they just want for the deprived way of our own sovereignty rights.
Right. So lastly, what about the people we may not left them village them? They don't return or then still they're out of the town?
Okay, I think them people and they initially then we stop them. Of course, we need for establish that premise. Later, a big meeting in the Aquandria, then get engagement for which them get for send the paramount chief with their cross camp, and then we get some understanding. Say, then we make sure say them people and they return. On the day of the meeting, we then go, we people that want return, they reject them. However, 2 hours later, they may get for same message, say, let them go. And yesterday now, they sent through the paramount chief for say, let the paramount chief make the people a return. But that is yet to be verified this morning. So we can forget CHISEC meeting this morning. So in that meeting, they will go establish the full facts as to whether all of the people have returned or some are yet to.
All right. Plenty thank you for joining inside the program this morning.
Thank you.
In name na Honorable Engineer Fala Tengbe, in a member of Parliament for Kailaun District, as we give you updates about the situation presently in Yenga. Musa?
The program Good Morning Salon they continue before counter with studio guests. Then we'll go for a short break inside the program.
Don't TP, Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you go transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible for collect money na ATM machine without the ATM card. Now that's we call cardless ATM. You, the UTB customer, go send money to anybody and deposit and collect the money na any UTB ATM panel without any ATM card. All it can do now for just enter the reference code and collect the money. The UTB copper in safe day. With this UTB copper, any UTB customer can transfer copper with a mobile phone to anybody up to 5 million loans. And with the reference code, the person can go to any UTB branch and collect the copper. Union Trust Bank, we there for you.
Good news for Gal Kingdom. Olive B Academy don't come for you.
For better and affordable education, the Olive B Academy, when our 100% Christian, all girls boarding school na Keriton, don't come.
Olive B Academy, they provide international education na a very good environment. Then go shape tomorrow leaders them with a STEM-focused Cambridge curriculum, when a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Olive B Academy, go make it girl picking get sober education, teach them for be good leader, and same way so, boost in confidence and self-esteem.
I sure say you don't want to miss this opportunity. Admissions don't start for Form 1 and Form 2 students for the 2025-2026 academic year, and school will open this September 2025. For no more, do your call 073 244 444 or 090 244 444. You can email me info@olivebacademy.org or visit we website at www.olivebacademy.org.
Now Olive B Academy, girl picking them will be global leaders.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. We still look at the Yenga situation. We get Abdul Karim Will at the program still, and Abdul Karim Will don't be quiet for a long time at the program now, but he get from the honorable member at the area, and waiting factual and that the Guinean military don't move from them base sending in Yenga, and they come further to Koindu. This is a situation where people not pleased with, and talk even there around say the people in next target now Koindu, and then they come Kailaun and also take the Moa River. This worrisome to now at all our security sector.
Honestly, concerning, but for speak to that movement from the base towards Koindu, there is a decking. I should say that one they don't be shown on various media platforms where the rights span since 1885. that make it a little away from Usai, then do the permanent construction. So this is a development. It make them for move come to that breaking point, and they know they beyond that one day. But the reality of that a concerning situation, that make will continue for get fruitful and effective engagement at the diplomatic level, so that we go resolve this tier, because it is in the interest of the people and that we resolve them without rancor. Where the paramount chief for Nongoa they speak, it clearly states as far as in concern, they see Salon person, they see Guinea person, they see the same people. It go interesting for note say people in another area they na the parrot beak. They all speak one and the same language, their customs and culture same, no different. Intermarriages don't take place. When you can Nongoa from Salon, you go to Nongoa. The somebody when a Kisi person where he reach Nongoa, he almost the home. The same thing for somebody in Nongoa where he come na and the same thing for going to Foya na Liberia. So then three people and they intertwined, they united. Now some external elements them, even though na national elements them, especially in the form of some security personnel, they come and they so he talks say he talk also say the current situation not only they bring untold suffering to people in a Salon on the Sierra Leonean axis, the people in Nongoa also they equally feel the pain, because most of the produce whether they trade in now from Salon they come out, whether na cocoa, coffee and palm oil. Now from Salon they come out and go into Nongoa with this recent standoff. The people under business people or even people for their own livelihood they in suffering. No. So he appeal that let a total demilitarization take
but this chief voting in the talk not so in the resonate with the military person. He gets the meeting where the paramount chief from Nongoa and the paramount chief from Salon side all na Sokoma then agree say make the people and go na them farm there after they don't tap them not for go na them farm there. The day where all this meeting Guinea military then come investigate what in that chief and Salon chief can all meeting for and then stop put one in say they don't want to see Salon soldier on that side. As you get from the MP, then they even don't do cartographic mapping at that area. Now they supply them and other things there. This now a worrisome situation. What in ONS they do apart from this meeting where una go all where even Guinea authorities they not show up.
So from the scenario we present, it tells you say some element, some people within the security structure. On the other part, sadly, they don't show respect to authorities. I don't think say Salon military go come and then counter a formidable arrangement where the paramount chief of a chiefdom don't enter into with a company. You just discard them and forget about it.
But the people waiting say no, they follow.
It's not the same thing.
But Salon still talk about diplomatic means with people where know they listen diplomatic protocol at all.
We get little or no option for that because that even in the interest of the people in Yenga. Not forget, not to out of fear for go into battle, not to out of fear for go into conflict.
Salon get the capacity for go into battle.
Two elephants and we go fight. And what it go mean? Now the people in Yenga, now they go run away come na Kwendu. The people in Kwendu go run away come na Daru, and so on and so forth. Now people them on either end, now they go suffer. Don't forget say, sometimes in day it's easy for things say a big pass this person, I get weapons pass this person, I get might pass this person, and therefore if we go into conflict, I will defeat her easily. Most often it don't be proven for be the opposite end. I mean, I don't want to make reference to other countries because I don't want to be do PR like that to them. It is not out of fear, but it's out of respect for the people holding at that side. Because if you obstruct them through any conflict, engagement in conflict with counterpart them, they go spell doom for us. And we don't go into war as a country. We know what are the repercussions of war. So it only means, even though it's difficult for engage in dialogue of this nature, one way you see insincerity on the counterpart, but no matter how painful it be, if that is the best option for the benefit of the people, they go for continue and pursue that.
As you talk about diplomatic means, report the show say then people there get influence over Bomaru, Fendu, Yaradu, and Bondu, and now the latest have been Pengu and Sokoma. Then one get influence over. How long this diplomatic means they continue, as then people will continue for can inside you land further?
I wish I get a blueprint answer, but I mean hope. I should say that the hope of every Sierra Leonean that we will put this behind we within the shortest possible time. The National Security Coordinator will be emphatic about that one day. That a concern that a peace or day na Yenga, na Ogebendo, Sokoma, and other things, it will affect the whole of Sierra Leone. If peace day, it will be peace for everybody, and therefore a pledge in commitment for ensure we resolve this Yenga situation immediately. Very shortly, there is going to be an engagement of this boundary affirmation and Liberia, who say with Guinean counterpart in the Cassidon at the table. Okay. And then it don't be followed after the meeting will be hold na Kailau for discuss the issues there. A painful, a difficult, emotional, but I think so we'll go for continue in that trajectory because a day in the interest of the salon, a day in the interest of the people who decide there. So that at the end of the day, the issue of a border ownership not bring disunity among the same people.
Okay.
I mean, I will find I can't put boundaries no more. Right. The same people.
Continue for the way to inside the program. We'll recover to you, Mr. Fatoma. We'll not get better time because you left we at any time. At the studio, you are waiting the member of parliament concerning issues them where they happen. We are in say even though reports not parliament, but yet still we don't see any way forward. What do you think is the way forward at this moment?
Before going to the way forward, I mean, the member of parliament and the security sector representative here just confirm my previous position, on this whole situation, that we as a country since 2002, when at that very year that we officially announced, January 18, say the war done at this country. I mean, we moved from a civil war and we signed MOU or agreement with the Guinean authority for let them left, and they not agree for left. Till 2005, we go back and they acknowledge it and they left. So this creates a lot of insecurity for we as a country and the people the way they live in that part, of this country. So within this detail, we incapacity as a country for protect we own territorial integrity and we people them and look after them welfare. Like a serious concern for every Sierra Leonean. If the government not wake up to that, they talk to the people of this country. We need for urge with government for find any peaceful means for ensure say we people them where they live in that part of the country live in a peaceful life. Even though we get social economic challenges in this country, but it will be better we day in a peaceful situation than we day in an anxiety. For let somebody live in a fear for 20 good years and above, emotionally not good for the health. Okay. Because we all don't come up from the civil war. And then they see the picture of war every blessed day and week. So that's not good. And when you look at the attitude and the appetite of the Guinean authority over the eastern region of this country, we think that Yenga, Sokoma, they can't claim even Kenema. The Kenema people don't want for Yeridis. But if you then think that they allow, we as a country, with failure for protect this country, we allow Guinea for take over large part of Kailan and take Kailan. The next stop will be maybe Kenema. And the other side put Loco and Cambia. All right. Because these are very close, with the Guinean. So they encourage something where we other generation not go able for stand. And as a country where I say, we get a lot of problem for let we move forward. I remember 2006 when Salon government be put them budget up to 26% for empower the security sector, both police and military. 1 year ahead of election, we politicize that process. That we not get war, but we go buy more ammunition. And when an Escroman regime self buys on tank them, Palo by them, it also, people they also politicize the whole thing. So we as a people, we just think that say security not important. You go now Wilberforce, a road construction company run by the Chinese, now they then depot day. And no country, the way they compromise one of the biggest, military base, not the capital city, and really, subletter to another foreign national. No matter the gravity or the importance of that help, you go around State Avenue or Tower Hill, you will find a lot of structures there where pose a lot of security threat to this country, even Motokazem, where we ministers, MPs, and people that way relate to senior government official. They drive motorcar that will not get number plate. Or cover the number plate. That alone is a threat to national security. But we take that as a fashion and say this that the people then this way they empower. Okay. So we as a country, if we not rise up to the deceitful nature of Guinea in this process, and then continue appetite for encroach and occupy Sierra Leonean territory, and with the fear that say we want diplomacy, yes, we want that, but with people then they're under bondage. So how do we do that? How do we address that? The Constitution make a clear provision where it gives a responsibility to the government. So when we actually look at this whole thing, like Musa said before we go for the break, the threat now Yenga, they create a lot of economic instability at national level.
All right.
We only look at, because people go out for look at, if you want for can invest in Sierra Leone, first thing first, the security situation of the country is a peaceful country. No, then get a dispute with a neighboring country. And not a secret, we all know the Guinean military strength, how it heavier than Sierra Leone. But we don't get war groups and we don't fight war on a moral courage. You now look Hamas, now Israel get high military strength more than Hamas, but Hamas continue to survive on courage. You look at, in Afghanistan, you look at the Taliban and the Afghan authority, the weapons that the US supply, but you still see that say them fight with courage.
So you recommend violence, or you recommend less alone retaliate? Is that the case?
No, I think listen me that you get it wrong.
All right. Now, Mr. Fatoma, one big thing where a lot of people concerned about recently now we are in the Sierra Leone government allow Mamadi for come with Amoka and ammunition straight to his state house through the capital city of Freetown. Plenty of people believe saying that for me under the Guinean authority they don't start for we saloon.
I mean, we not only don't do that once, for me unacceptable, but I mean this country either we get complex over certain individuals, we just get a strong weakness with that. Muammar Gaddafi be do that with we as well. He entire within military. Maybe you guys were more young or what, you bring a heavy military escort, and even grief or sleep inside any in a tent them build for us, and sleep there, and entire security be guarded by military personnel. Ghanaians recently they cry when the Burkina Faso head of state now, the military leader, go in the inauguration within the president of Ghana within pistol. Up to now, people get concerned. So I think we they take a lot of over familiarity and drop protocols that don't be with weakness in this country and even this sub-region. But me now one person will not trust the Guinean authority in terms of the promises, or even government of Sierra Leone tell we say then they meet in Liberia. Look, from Chastela time, Helen Johnson Sirleaf, we are, and now Boakai, 4 presidents in Liberia. We still get this issue. Guinea, 2 civilian, and the rest now you will count the military, people there. Sierra Leone, we get late President Kaba, former President Kroma, and now we get President Malabio. So 3 leaders, and Liberia are 4 leaders, right? So we don't take parties inside and in the pawn out of the pawn negotiation. We get several other options without war. if this guy then not ready, ECOWAS don't fail we, Mano River Union don't fail we, because several times Mano River Union will not get the capacity. Look the office where they did. A whole regional body for 4 countries, with no disrespect to them. But we not serious that this region for really treat security diplomacy issue as a sensitive and important issue.
But according to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Timothy, I mean, you don't so the way I say the next stop will be ECOWAS court.
I mean, like ECOWAS courts now, you see these people that they even outside of ECOWAS currently. The very ECOWAS been not suspended. So how you they go to court somebody we know the under jurisdiction, they say the A for goal. So I mean, we get the international, Sudan and other countries that don't go through all that similar process like this. Nigeria we get this same thing with Cameroon. I mean, we have to find an amicable way as a country, but now if we don't get the sense and the reality that Guinea is not prepared to live peacefully. Okay. They have demonstrated that several times, and with people then they're under attack, then they're under bondage. So the government will ensure that these people then they enjoy their constitutional rights.
Thank you very much, Abdul M. Fatoma, Chief Executive for Chadi. He's been doing the program as within Chadi, make up of the Yenga issue. The program Good Morning Salon, they continue. Please thank you for joining us at the edition of the program Good Morning Salon. And inside the program, we continue for look at more issues to go. So according to President Julius Maada Bio in the European Union, don't give Salon government about 50 million euro for give lights to rural community down in the country. He talk this, we been they talk about the thing them we in government don't put in place for address the energy challenge where he say the country they face panlight business. Well, for more on this, we join Yeno Kabia.
The energy sector and one part of the sector away for long term now, don't they face serious challenge. Outside people don't they complain, say, they know they get better lights. Us and property themselves can burn because of the bad lights away then say, EDSA can give them, and plenty other challenge them whether they get now the light sector. Where this be make EDSA been pull timetable for know the different term them where people forget lights na free tongue. But with all this timetable, people still they raise concern for sake of the better lights where they say they know they get. The challenge where the energy sector they get now one way President will say in concern boards.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, being mindful that reliable energy remains a critical challenge facing our nation today, my government has embarked on addressing key structural and systemic problems that have for decades hindered progress of this sector. These corrective measures will take time to yield results, but sooner than later, we will move our country from stopgaps to reliable energy supply sources.
You just listen to the President Julius Maada Bio, who said in the first talk about some party challenge them, where he say the energy sector gets now the country. The president been talk about some party thing the way he say in government we don't put in place for say they address the light challenge now the country.
Several transformational energy projects are currently ongoing to realize this dream. We have completed repairs on the Kintom Power Plant, and that of Black Hole Road is ongoing. These combined, we add 25 megawatts to the national grid. We have launched the Nant Energy Generation Project, which aims at providing 120 megawatts of power, and the Respite Project, which will bring additional 40 megawatts of solar energy to the national grid. As a result of my persistent engagement with our international partners, I am optimistic about Mission 300 project. This is an African-led initiative aimed at providing electricity access to 300 million people in sub-Saharan Africa by 2030. Sierra Leone is one of the beneficiaries of this project. In our rural electrification drive, we will continue to expand our solar installations in additional rural towns through a 50 million European Union-led project.
Government hospital in the country for long term now, don't they face serious light challenge for sake of them challenge here. Make the president been talk about waiting in governments don't do for address them.
At the heart of all these gains is a sustained investment in the foundation of our health care system across the country. Healthcare infrastructure is being strengthened to support better care, faster response, and greater resilience. Over 230 health facilities have been equipped with solar systems, ensuring reliable energy. Major hospitals, including Connaught, PCMH, and Kenema Government Hospital, have received substantial upgrades to the theaters, wards, and maternity units.
But waiting next for the energy sector in the country.
In the maternal and child health outcomes. Maternal mortality has declined drastically from 1,165 deaths per 100,000 live births in 2013 and now stands at 354 deaths per 100,000 live births. Child mortality, once the highest in the world, has been cut by half. It has fallen from 220 per 1,000 live births in 2001 to 105 per 1,000 live births in 2021, and it is projected to have further declined since then.
President Julius Madabio end up say in government they put different things in place and self-talk to development partner them for say they're able for address the plenty light challenge where he say they now na the country. For Radio Democracy, Kabia the report.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Ed's Allied. Pay other bill them and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again about almost money than you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. That pardon done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue inside the program. We take one of headline story them outside the parliamentary spokesperson for the APC party, the Parliament, Honorable Dr. Umfa Sori Gbeshekroma say over 70% of the car wash the government provide for youth man them not the function and plenty per them not the work and plenty youth man them they use them for sleep, sell drug because they not get work. It talk this inside our engagement with some member them in a parliament from the APC party being all this BNTM for talk about the SLPP 2018 manifesto. For more on this, make we join Alaji Jalo.
As Salon they continue for enjoy democracy, any 5 year, the country they get election for people that they want, for making be leader na parliament and state house. But before that day they happen, political party then get message where then they get to Salon people where this na the manifesto, who said then they talk about thing them, where then think say if they win election, then they do for Salon people. Inside 2018 election, plenty political party then at the country, they get the manifesto, who say them promise Salon people, but thing them where then get for do as the Australian People's Party SLPP, they win the 2018 election, then be promise Salon people, plenty thing them inside the manifesto. Where this make the opposition party in a parliament, the All People's Congress Party honorable them, the all one day engagement with the media and other party stakeholders them, and the All People's Congress Party headquarters in Freetown for talk about the Salon People's Party Manifesto 2018. But the thing them where them promise to Salon people, we in the talk. The member of parliament from Falaba district, Honorable Mohamed Alpha Jallo, talk about the road them where the Sierra Leone People's Party be promised Salon people for make.
Inside the 2018 manifesto, inside page 79, it says the new direction will pave all roads leading to district headquarters towns. Anyone we don't go Mongo, you know what it mean. If anyone we don't go Kamakwe, you know what it mean. And if anyone we don't go Matu, when are the president in your home district, we know if all roads them. Then 3 district headquarters town here we are called. Now then be the only district headquarters town there. And it's over. residents not able to pave the road where they go now Matu, na Indian district headquarters town. They go na me only go member Alamago. Then say we road now 5.something kilometer road and it costs 5.something million. So now 1 kilometer 1 million. And the most expensive road in the world. That Funkia road and that Pevitona road. It costs this government, this new direction, SLPP government, $3.4 million.
We insert the talk. The parliamentary spokesperson for the All People's Congress Party na Parliament and same way so na member of Parliament from Western Area Urban District, Honorable Dr. Mfaso Igbeche Koroma, talk about the thing them where they inside the 2018 Sierra Leone People's Party manifesto where in think say up to now, they not do it.
Page 38 of the manifesto, Roman numeral 7, they say the SLPP will establish in every district capital one polytechnic that will be fully equipped for technical, vocational education and training in areas with high potential for job creation as part of our skills for job competitiveness program. The young people, they don't become so frustrated. They don't wait for job take. And the only thing they can get in a car wash. And if you go to the car wash, a lot of them, over 70% of them are not even functional. They don't become a habitat for people selling drugs or using drugs or people that for sleep or not for sleep because of lack of job. Those were the promises waiting today yet to see.
One member in Parliament from Komon-Tok District, Lucinda Finda Kelly, talk about the government waiting them think from 2018 to now.
It's now 7 years. We don't see anything where they say actually really materialized in this country. We see if they talk about how they will change the economy. We see what they talk about the bread and butter issues there. We talk about the infrastructure of agriculture, how they will transform and for them make sure every Sierra Leonean will go to bed, they don't get job for it. And they will make sure with food and everything will be the lowest from the history of Sierra Leone. We know now the highest to the history of Sierra Leone. Highest prices now we don't see house food don't skyrocket. This government don't bring a caste system, other education caste system. This caste system, instead of help people, they encourage people to educate because they say free education. They want every Sierra Leone for example. The caste system don't count for marginalized people not for you to take the exams. This caste system and elimination tactics, the government bring them for make sure say more people will become illiterate instead of them become educated people in this country.
Honorable Lucinda Finda Kelly end up for call on government for do some of the thing them but don't be promised Salone people so that the country will continue for develop for the society for radio democracy. Me na Alaji Jalo the report.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue inside the program with the start for look at messages, but quickly we understand say the Guinean authority them arrest Salone Soja. Is it true?
Not to we knowledge. I don't think it's not true. We don't get any report of that nature.
Okay, inside the program we start for look at messages, Musa.
This one they say this is so sad to see our fellow compatriots being displaced in their own territory, but I'm not surprised. If the junta government entered this country with terrifying military troops without any caution, then I'm afraid from Medley Savage.
This one from Floxy. Floxy say the Guineans see us a weak nation, not because of our military might. Okay, this one not too clear.
This one from Edwina John. Now with Facebook page, they say they are registering the people of Yenga as Guineans.
This one from Albert. They say, what is Fatoma saying? When the junta leader of Guinea once drove his unannounced security through our state house.
Okay, this one from Lolo Gasparini in our Facebook page. They say the Yenga issue didn't start today. It has been there since the time of Jan Kaba and then by Kroma. They had the chance to fix it and failed. So don't come and now and put all the blame on President Bio if at the sudden appeared. This habit of politicizing every national issues is dangerous and only hurts Sierra Leone progress. Enough is enough.
This one say the Guinea authority them really don't weigh Sierra Leone. That's why then they do some of them here.
This one from Osfred Kamade say the competing claims to this Yenga territory has been a historic issue with many diplomatic dialogue over disputed boundaries in the past yet to settlements reached. Can stakeholders and related others consider areas of commonalities for both nations such as state farms or industrial estates done around these disputed boundaries? This will benefit both nations and deter unrest for those living there.
This one from Ishmael Sharif. He says Sierra Leone is a peaceful and law-abiding country. From 2002 up to date, they are dealing with the treaties and MOU that we are signed. So why the Guinean not following the same?
This one from Joseph Josiah, they say some of us have said it before. If we don't fight those guys, they will never stop. What they are doing? Ukraine knew they can't fight Russia, but they are still fighting.
This one from Macten and Yenga is a high-level government delegation which include prominent officials such as the minister and deputy ministers of internal affairs and defense, senior representative from the Office of National Security, Sierra Leone Armed Forces, and the police visited Yenga on Saturday to address the long-standing border dispute. With the presence of these high-level authorities, I'm convinced the problem of Yenga will finally come to an end by the grace of God.
This one from Explore Sierra Leone, they say, I have been to Yenga several times. Yenga is run by the Guinean people. Guineans are living there. They are using Guinean language and money, even sell Guinean goods. I see some deployed military personnel there from Sierra Leone, but they don't seem in control of their entire premises. To be noted, Yenga is not the only territory lost to Guinea. Even some parts in the north, especially Falaba, has been completely capitalized by Guineans.
This one from Victor Fode say, what did the ONS ever done since the permanent building was built in Yenga by this military junta?
This one from Abubakar Rashid, our Facebook page, they say, Abdul Will, a person from the security sector, gunshot from the Guinean side. You say like Guinean authorities for explain that. You not think say now warning shot from their side and now waiting they see from we own side make then they give warning.
The last one I will take for now because of time. This one from Deborah Cole say, good morning, Radio D. Sierra Leone has celebrated its 64 years of independence, but till now the highest rate of corruption in the country has undermined the country development. Thanks to President Bio for his effort in all sectors, but honestly, even in the office of the president, there are people who are working against your development.
Okay, from that message here, we come to Abdul Karim Will. Abdul Karim Will, you don't get the messages them, within a response to them, and the way forward for Yenga from the security standpoint.
So, plenty thank you to the various texters. It appear like in that the case, Yenga seem to be the most topical of the issues relating to border security concerns between Sierra Leone and Guinea. But the reality is not only Yenga na the question. In fact, by we assessment, we get over 35 other causing points. We get contention, and what we think say areas that we don't be encroached upon by Guineans. So, because of their concerns then and because of what they happen now in Yenga, the Joint Technical Commission will then set for Guinea and Sierra Leone now for address all of them concerns and for states say then concerns at the highest level. Then Joint Technical Commissions, what they talk about now the African Union, now they spearhead the discussion, now they facilitate the discussions, with GIZ providing the necessary funding support. So yes, somebody writes say the Guineans come do cartographic mapping. Their attempts for can do cartographic map for determine the population at that community day, but that they be resisted and stop them, even to the extent that they be one for begin for get out some tents them. So we've been going to Guinea, I mean na Kwendu, one of the things the way government been do now for supply the people with the basic things where maybe they may lacking through the DHM team na Kailang. One other thing what we realize now because of the economic activity where they happen there, and mainly Guinea are the beneficiaries. So one recommendation will come out also now for see how the Ministry of Trade and Industry will encourage the produce marketing company for establish buying centers within and around the Yenga general area we go now encourage Sierra Leonean business people for do business within Sierra Leonean territory, and anybody not take advantage of them because then they go sell there. I mean, somebody talk, and rightly so, that we law abiding or they follow due process. We're mindful of the relationship, the good relationship that exists between we and Sierra Leone, between we and Guinea, and we want to maintain that one or even improve on them. So over the period, now that kind posture they now we don't get, and now we'll continue to forget because it is in the interest of the people. Citing Ukraine, Israel, Afghanistan, and so on and so forth. Now people and they die. Ukrainians and they die in their drones. People in Israel, people in Gaza, they die in their numbers. Not to that they will go on for Sierra Leone. That make would they continue to exercise patience so that they will resolve this issue. I mean, Mr. Fatoma talks finding all peaceful means for resolve this thing. Nine are the way to go, and that kind peaceful means nine are the position of the Sierra Leonean authorities for engage with to counterpart them, for bring and come to the attention of the relevant authorities. Very shortly, we'll get a meeting in Liberia for discuss this and several other issues. We'll get a platform there for bring and come to the attention.
Will, you say, according to UNA findings, the Guineans, them about 30 border entry points, they enter inside Saloon. But always when you see Saloon borders or checkpoints, they can be 7 miles off from the neighboring country. But Guinea, they use the opportunity for enter inside Saloon. What you can talk at security level that I don't fail not say Guinea they invade Saloon by part.
Well, now that make now in realization of the fact say because we want to follow due process, we want to follow the standards we don't be established by international norms. Now that make even in we posture around the border communities, we also they follow that kind of thing because by right, your deployment for give room for buffer zone. You know, can deploy exactly at the nose of the other person. If you do so, you get the tendency for spark of violence. So something in the now then buffer zone they already left. Now they other people and they take advantage and can't do their deployment. But now all of this make will say let we find a sustainable resolution to all of them concerns them. Make the AU, the two governments of the two countries, establishing joint technical commissions here. We get people drawn from the security sector, people drawn from the law, people drawn from academia, civil society, and so on and so forth. So that when we resolve them here, maybe one of the recommendations so we don't give if they go by them, now follow we sign new treaties and discard their old treaties and because some of them treaties and they get a lot of gaps, they get a lot of lacunas which somebody can exploit and do things
we whether new or old treaties, the Guineans don't they follow the treaties. How soon how long will they continue for left buffer zone let Guinea go to enter inside Saloon?
Well, Guinea not to country in space. Now the same mortal man and they just like the same mortal man they in a Saloon. I think say whether they abide to policies or non-policies, now we on posture will get for force them for also abide to waiting they don't sign up to by making the presence physical now the communities and make we people them also feel belong to Sierra Leone by erecting the structures them way for be permanent, we get to security presence by even encouraging people for do trade in country. Why it's not bad because in the 15th protocol of the MRU, it say the unfettered movement of people for be encouraged, and for that they happen. It means all countries they for abide by the thing that we signed up to. But I want to say without making any case on behalf of the Guinean authorities. But the fact remains, something in the people and individuals who deploy in certain positions around the borders, they almost there on their own Then I drag them go drag. They're not listening to any authority.
All right. Plenty thank you joining inside the program this morning. Name na Abdul Karim Will, in our Director Strategic Communications Office of National Security. As we there this morning, we may look at the Yenga issue and same also we get inside the program Abdul Fatoma, we are the Chief Executive for Chadi. Plenty thank you joining inside the program this morning. Now I good all the content of the program. Good morning, Salon. We come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Plenty thank you to producer Michael Sambola with support from Yenokabe and Mange Mansari. Plenty thank you to John Kamara, DJ Sugarcane, Fatmata Samura, Ademi Jackson, and Mary Kamara Bangura. Make us see you live on Facebook. So to meet another 10 minutes, Musman Kamara, wonderful.
Musa Kamara, bye bye.